So at a molecular level, what is happening with energy? Well, combustion, we have a fuel with oxygen to form products. Is it exothermic or endothermic? Well, we've learned that this is exothermic. It gives off heat. So we have what's called the heat of combustion. This is the heat that's given off when a specified amount of the substance burns in oxygen. Usually it's given in kilojoules per mole, sometimes in kilojoules per gram, but we usually do things in terms of moles. Now, when we look at chemical bonds and energy, in a non-nuclear reaction, all we're doing is rearranging atoms and bonds. Reactants have bonds broken, products have bonds formed. Energy required to break bonds, energy released when bonds form. So we have this thing delta H of reaction. It's what we call the heat of reaction. And it's the difference between the energy required to break the bonds and the energy gained when the new bonds are formed. And so we can look at something like this. We've got our methane, we have one molecule with 4 CH bonds. Oxygen, we have 2 molecules, total of 2 oxygen-oxygen double bonds. In carbon dioxide, we have one molecule with 2 carbon-oxygen double bonds, and water, we have 2 molecules for a total of 4 hydrogen-oxygen bonds. So energy, we release it due to the energy from the bonds being formed being greater than the bonds being broken. Okay. And so we can look at the energy of our reactants, the energy of our products, and so the energy difference is the heat that is released. So when we look at our bond energy, we have the change in energy, product plus the reactant. So we look at the sign of the energy for each step. So basically what we do is we can do a summation. We can look at the energy of the products that are formed, energy that it took to break the bonds of the reactants, get our change in energy, and figure out if it's positive or negative. So again, exothermic, the energy of the products is greater than the energy of the reactants. Or endothermic, energy of the products is greater than the energy of the reactants. Exothermic, energy of the products is less than the energy of the reactants. So endothermic, positive energy change for the system, energy is absorbed. Exothermic, negative energy change for the system, energy is released. And so we have all these different values for our bond energies. And so knowing this, we can do our calculations with our bond energies. We're not actually going to calculate anything in this course, though, for these bond energies. Okay, and so we can look at this. And so basically what we get is we get this whole diagram where we're looking at, here's what it costs to break this. Now that we've broken everything, here's what it costs to form, or here's what we gain from forming, and then our net change is adding those together. So I would take the 872 kilojoules plus the 498 kilojoules minus the 1,868 kilojoules. We have that net change of negative 498. So it is exothermic. It gives energy off.